Hey guys, it's Tio, and we're back with more Union Arena locals. This time we have Mustang versus Green Kaiju. We're already in November, which is kind of wild to think about, honestly. And it's time for some new sets. Yu Hakusho and Kaiju number 8 both came out a little while ago, so we're finally able to get some new set matches here. We're gonna have Green Kaiju is our first up. So this is actually one of the first IPs of UA in a while that I haven't actually read or seen. So I know nothing about Kaiju number 8 at all. But reading the cards, I've learned a few things. I've learned that Mina is probably her, and Soshiro is either really, really fast or a narcissist. Or maybe both. I'm not sure. One day I might find out. I might watch it or read it, who knows. It is finished in the manga now, so maybe. But yeah, these decks are pretty interesting. It's only two colors. Our first two color set in the US for an IP, which helps pull rates at least. Easier to make your decks from that, but only has green and yellow. Green has the Soshiro variant, which is a bunch of him himself, and the Green Kaiju variant, which is actually the actual Kaiju monster variant himself, using the higher cost raids as a 6 cost raid that can be removal for a 3k or a 4k, has an 8 cost 2 AP character that can push something back, comes in active, damage 2, 5k does a lot of things, and a surprising amount of consistency. There's a lot of draw pitch, as you just saw. There's one there. Speaking of consistency, I love the Riza card. I'm happy Bleach just got it with Shinji. God bless. But yeah, Green Kaiju having a lot of consistency pieces, surprisingly having the draw pitch cards, having their 4 cost raid that also essentially is a draw pitch in numerous steps. So they have a lot of ways to get the cards they need. Also have the standard 3 cost double energy 2k draw card color trigger, so they have ways to find what they need. There is one searcher event they can run. Top 6 searcher for a character, and if his a kaiju, get your AP back, but I don't see it used very often. Meanwhile, on the Mustang side, looking pretty good energy-wise. Gonna play a maze on the front line for defense, but it is a 3k on the opponent's turn, which again could be unfortunate because the kaiju 6 cost raid does sideline a 3k on play without having to rest. You can also rest it if it's your turn to pop a 4k. That, if it's your turn, is very important. I actually lost the match because I didn't read the card, and it popped a 4k out of life. So make sure to keep track of that if you're playing. But going up to get another color trigger, get energy. Playing the Mina up front. That Mina can actually set things to active. If it will set resting that turn. It's gonna play the 6 cost. Doesn't even have to rest to pop the 3k. So I'm gonna swing first with the small body. Probably. It is a blue deck, so you can get color triggered. Oh, it's probably reading that right now, actually. Okay, that's your color trigger. All right, let me swing this guy first, just to make sure. Oh, I get specialed. Oof. Hot start for the Mustangs life-wise. Getting a special out of life. Maybe stave off some of the pressure. The energy's looking pretty good. Mustang has many a game where he just never sees a double and never gets to play his 5 cost, but doesn't seem to be a problem for him so far. Speaking of which, there's the Mustang raid. Gonna draw his card. I would imagine he would remove this Mina immediately. Oh, he does with a special. Okay, I thought he was gonna just burn 3 cards to do it, because it would have been worth it. Having her set things as active once per turn can really speed the Kaiju deck up. Not really a fast deck by itself, but with tools like that out, it can get a lot faster. So back on the Kaiju's turn now. Has one Mustang on the front line. It is a 4k, so another 6 cost raid could clear it, or just a special. I believe the Kaiju special is a 5 cost, and it can push something back, or just sideline it if you have a Kefka or Kaiju, so either one not a problem right now. See what he actually decides to push anything up at all. He might leave it at 5 and raid from the back. Yeah, this deck's actually pretty interesting. A surprising number of consistency pieces. Maybe he'll play a 4 cost so he can start draw pitching to find his cards. Decides not to push it up, okay. Count his energy. I gotta imagine the raid's coming of some sort. We left everything in the back. Another double energy, draw a card, another color trigger. At 7 now. That Kurapika status. Wrong green deck. But you know what? You got it. Expecting something out here, something big. Yeah, there's a 6 cost. Okay, it's gonna rest above the 4k. Last thing, maybe another Mina to the front line if you had a second one. Maybe set it up for the future. Energy no longer a problem. Gonna AP refresh? Okay, bigger turn. Gonna play a 0 Kefka. And there's a 4 cost. Okay, so again, this one on play a 2 cost or less rested in the field. So that's gonna play the Mina who's gonna draw pitch. And then the Kefka itself can rest himself to draw a card. And then you pitch a card instead of active and get him plus 500. So he's normally a 3500 body. You can make him a 4K by essentially going through the whole draw pitch motion. Doesn't go through the pitching, so his has not the swing. Maybe he learned his lesson from that first swing being a special. I don't want to have another special out of life right now. Just in case, let me just wait till I'm more established. We're gonna see a Riza on the Mustang side, some more filtering. Get that one trash card to the bottom, never to be seen or heard from again. And fortunate for the Mustang, no energy concerns. Unfortunate, not many raid targets. Gonna play the Armstrong 2 AP. This card is becoming more popular in these Mustang decks because of Kenshin, honestly. Kenshin being the 4K and not killing anything. Having any card that can free block like that against Kenshin, but super popular deck, automatically end up in value. So Armstrong, any card that can't move, like Bully and Yu Yu Hakusho, the 2 AP Kenpachi and Bleach, things like that, automatically got more value. And we're saying it here with the 4500. Yeah, it's only gonna have the special to get rid of it. It doesn't have any like minus. Oh, there it is. Right on cue. Never got to see the light of day. Immediately gets removed. He's gonna rest first to draw the card, see the options he has. I would imagine he'd probably pitch at some point to make it a 4K and then swing with it, but let's see what he uses for his last AP first. Oh, a second 6 cost. Oh, blows up the Riza raid target. Not even having to rest for it because it's 3K or less. He does pitch to make it a 4K. Just in time, too. A color trigger. Can't get that. He'll have to bounce a little Mina. Doesn't care about that at all. Gonna swing 4. Active. Bato would get to live at least, but already down to 3 life. So aside from that first trigger, nothing really too detrimental for the Kaiju player. And he has a pretty sick board. 2 6 costs that can are 4K bodies that can become 5K impacts when they just rest and stand back up. He has the 4 cost that's gonna just draw pitch. The Mustang just playing a Riza to draw a card. Oh, pretty weak turn body wise. Everything is pretty small. 2500 is the biggest thing on his front line. Not looking too good for him. Gonna play Amina to draw pitch. Do it again. Draw with the 4 cost. Such a good card. Such a sneaky good card to have a raid target or a raid that actually draws you a card whenever he lives. Like, that's so good. But we rave how good Bleach just got having a Toshi that can just draw a card on play. Imagine having it every turn. Goes to the whole thing. It's the 4K swing. Another final. I'll block this out. It doesn't block out that attack. I don't think he tapped for impact. So now he has 2 potential impactors in the front line and no nullify impacts. It might have felt bad, but he maybe have needed to block that last attack if he didn't impact it. I don't believe he did. He has no way to make things active right now. He blew up his only Mina. Okay, so he has the Roy. He'll be able to get rid of one of these possibly. It'll take 3 cards unless he's another Riza raid coming out. But he's still gonna have 1 impactor to worry about. Unless he double specials right now. I was gonna Mustang to minus 1K. The minus 1K, the little thing? Make it a 500. Interesting. Doesn't decide to minus the 6 costs. He doesn't want to make it cheaper by 1 card because he's gonna. You have to throw away 3 to get rid of a 6 cost. You have to get rid of one of these impactors. Non-negotiable. You have to just hope that you get a final if you have 1 impactor left. So. Gonna swing out, block those. Yeah, pretty straightforward. The Mina gets to live. Not even a raid target in this deck, so she's just hanging. She's just there to draw a pitch. She's already done her job. She's off the clock. Another 6 cost. Wow. Again, having a raid that can draw you cards every turn, you find these faster. Turns to both the impact, but he's gonna scoop it up beforehand. Yeah, having a second impactor there made it pretty tough. Having the one there alone made it hard, but raiding the second one and get rid of his board to have one more swinger than body. It made it pretty impossible for the Mustang to come back at that point. But good showing by the Kaiju player. That's a neat deck. You know, I think all these decks for Kaiju are neat. Not neat enough for me to go buy the IP or make the decks, because I have to save money for January, which is what we ruined me financially, and I bought Yu Yu Hakusho a lot. But honestly, pretty cool decks. It doesn't seem like a very fast deck, but it seems like a very neat one. Definitely one I'd be willing to borrow from someone at a local and play one day. Interested to see how this deck and the Yellow Mina deck in particular do at our regionals in December in Orlando. Those two seem like the highest potential to me. The Yellow Swarm deck and the Green Soshiro are both cool, but I think Green Kaiju and Yellow Mina stand above as like the two best potential decks to see. So we'll just see how they turn out the next month or so. But that'll be it for today's match, guys. Until next time, see you around.